Lisbon Cathedral is the oldest and most significant church. It stands as a historic and architectural symbol of the city's rich past. It was originally built in 1147, shortly after the Norman conquest of Lisbon, making it the oldest church in the city. It was constructed as a Romanesque church, reflecting the architectural style of the period. Over the centuries, it has undergone several renovations and reconstructions, especially after the earthquakes and other damages. The most significant reconstruction took place after the 1755 Great Lisbon earthquake, which caused extensive damage. The Lisbon Cathedral exhibits a Romanesque style with Gothic and Baroque elements added over time. It features a simple, solid facade with a large bell tower. Inside, visitors can admire medieval chapels, intricate stonework, and a beautifully decorated altar. The cathedral's cloisters are also noteworthy, providing an insight into medieval monastic life. The main facade of the cathedral looks like a fortress, with two towers flanking the entrance and crenellations over the walls. This menacing appearance, also seen in other Portuguese cathedrals of the time, is a relic from the Reconquista period, when the cathedral may have been used as a base to attack the enemy during a siege. Miradouro de Santa Luzia is a popular and picturesque viewpoint located in the historic Alfama district of Lisbon. It offers stunning panoramic views of the city, river, and surrounding hillside streets. The viewpoint is named after the nearby Santa Luzia Church, a charming 18th-century church with beautiful azulejo tilework and a Baroque facade. It's a favorite spot for both locals and visitors to enjoy a relaxing moment and take in the scenic beauty of Lisbon's rooftops, the Tagus River, and the iconic orange-tiled roofs of Alfama. The terrace provides excellent photo opportunities, especially at sunset when the city is bathed in golden light. It's accessible on foot in one of Lisbon's most historic neighborhoods. The area is decorated with traditional ceramic tiles and benches, making it a cozy spot to sit and enjoy the view. It is capturing the essence of the city's historic charm and scenic beauty. It provides a great vantage point to appreciate Lisbon's unique mix of medieval, Moorish, and Southern European architectural elements. Visiting this viewpoint is a must-do for travelers seeking a memorable, scenic experience in Lisbon's oldest quarter. Portas do Sol means doors of the sun in English. This viewpoint is perhaps one of the best known in town, and it is on the way of the 28 tram. Just a few steps away from the Miradouro de Santa Luzia, the balcony opens up to the river and is a very popular spot for photographers, with its stunning view of the St. Vicente de Fora Monastery. There is also a statue of St. Vicente, Lisbon's patron saint, holding a boat with two ravens, the city's symbols. This is a pavement monument which has the image of a young Amália Rodrigues, also known as the Queen of Fado, on Portuguese cobblestone. You can see the curved monument on the ground in the Alfama district. St. George's Castle is a historic fortress situated atop a hill in the Alfama district. It is one of the city's most iconic landmarks, offering panoramic views and a glimpse into Portugal's medieval past. The castle dates back to ancient times, originally constructed by the Moors in the 11th century during their rule over Lisbon. After the Christian reconquest in 1147, it was integrated into the city's defenses and underwent various renovations and expansions over the centuries. The King Pedro IV Square, popularly known as Rossio, is a square in the Pombaline downtown of Lisbon. It has been one of its main squares since the Middle Ages. It has been the setting of popular revolts and celebrations, bullfights and executions, and is now a preferred meeting place of Lisbon natives and tourists alike. The square is named after Pedro IV, King of Portugal. The column of Pedro IV is in the middle of the square. Most buildings around the Rossio date from the reconstruction of the Pombaline downtown carried out after the Great 1755 Lisbon earthquake. The square was redesigned in the 19th century with paving stones and neoclassical features, enhancing its role as the city's main square. The square is characterized by its wave-shaped, patterned granite pavement, a distinctive feature that makes it visually striking. It is surrounded by elegant historic buildings, including palaces, cafes, and shops, with traditional facades and decorative details. At its center stands a statue of King Pedro IV on horseback, emphasizing its connection to Portuguese history. The square also features a neo-Gothic bandstand adorned with intricate ironwork and statuary. Located in the Baixa district, it provides easy access to shopping streets, historic sites, and the Comércio area. It's an ideal starting point for exploring Lisbon's historic downtown and its vibrant atmosphere. Praça da Figueira is a large, bustling square located in Lisbon's Baixa district. Though its name means Square of the Fig Tree, there are no fig trees here today. The square is a vibrant hub of activity, surrounded by uniform four-story buildings that are home to hotels, shops, and cafes. Before the devastating 1755 earthquake, the area was the site of the city's main hospital, the Hospital Real de Todos os Santos, All Saints Royal Hospital. After the earthquake, the hospital was demolished and the area was transformed into a large open-air market. A covered market was built in 1885, but this was later torn down in the 1950s, leaving the open space we see today. In the center of the square stands a bronze equestrian statue of King John I, who reigned from 1385 to 1433. The buildings surrounding the square are a great example of the Pombaline architectural style, a uniform, grid-like design used in the city's reconstruction after the earthquake. Rossio's fountain consists of an elaborate set of sculptures, with 4 fish in the center spouting water into a smaller tank containing 4 children. In the second basin, 4 mermaids sit in pairs. And inside the lake, 4 mermaids are holding conch shells that spurt water towards the second basin. The fountain also has pair figures, Assis and Galatea. The story of Assis and Galatea tells of a love affair between the mortal shepherd Assis and the sea nymph Galatea, which is tragically disrupted by the jealous Cyclops Polyphemus. Polyphemus, who also loves Galatea, kills Assis out of rage. Galatea then transforms Assis's blood into the river Assis, granting him immortality. The story, found in Ovid's Metamorphoses, has been a popular subject for artistic interpretations, including operas like Handel's Assis and Galatea. The Rossio train station is one of Lisbon's most iconic and beautiful landmarks. It is a striking example of 19th century Portuguese Romantic architecture. It was inaugurated in 1890. Its facade is a masterpiece of neo-Manueline architecture. The most distinctive features of the station are the two magnificent, intertwined horseshoe-shaped portals at the entrance. The facade is richly decorated with intricate stone carvings, and a beautiful clock is nestled in a small turret above the arches. It is primarily a suburban hub. Its main purpose is to connect Lisbon with the popular and historic town of Sintra. Restauradores Square is a central and historic square. It is a lively public space that connects key areas of the city and holds significant cultural and historical importance. The square was originally created in the late 19th century, built to commemorate the end of the Portuguese monarchy's reign and the restoration of Portugal's independence from Spain in 1668. Its name, Restauradores, refers to this period of national restoration. The square has been a site of major events, parades, and celebrations in Lisbon's history. It is characterized by its elegant neoclassical architecture with symmetrical buildings, arcades, and a central monument. The monument to the restorers memorializes the victory of the Portuguese Restoration War. The war, which saw the end of the House of Habsburg and the rise of the House of Braganza, lasted from 1640 to 1668. It was designed by Antonio Tomás de Fonseca and erected in 1886. Two allegorical statues of independence and a victory were sculpted. The square is situated at the crossroads of several major streets, including Avenida de Liberdade, one of Lisbon's most fashionable boulevards. It serves as a hub for transportation, shopping, and social gatherings. Nearby, you'll find theaters, shops, cafes, and hotels, making it a lively and attractive area for both locals and visitors. It is often bustling with street performers, markets, and events. It's a popular starting point for exploring Lisbon's downtown, with easy access to other historic sites and shopping districts. The Gloria Funicular is a popular and historic funicular. It connects from Restauradores Square to Miradouro de São Pedro de Alcântara at the Barro Alto area. It was inaugurated in 1885 and was initially powered by a water counterbalance system, which was later replaced by electricity. It operates on a short route of approximately 265 meters and is noted for its steep incline. It is a national monument, recognized as an important part of Lisbon's transportation heritage. The Avenue of Liberty is one of Lisbon's most prestigious and iconic boulevards. Known for its wide, tree-lined promenades and grand 19th century buildings, it's a vibrant hub of fashion, luxury, and culture. It was constructed between 1879 and 1886, drawing inspiration from the famous Parisian boulevards. It occupies the site of what was once the Paseo Público, public promenade, created in the 18th century and later dismantled to make way for the new avenue. It stretches approximately 1,100 meters long and 90 meters wide. Its century-old plane trees provide ample shade and beauty. It is Lisbon's premier destination for high-end shopping. You'll find a strong presence of renowned international luxury brands.